Good morning.
With about 2 days to the annual Apple event, everyone is on their feet waiting to see the official release of the glorious iPhone 14. It's crazy because somewhere out there's someone who can't even afford an iPhone 7 but is also anticipating the iPhone 14. Anyways, what's going on guys? Danny here, and today's video why you and everyone else should skip the iPhone 14. And without any further ado, let's get into the video. While rumors of the iPhone 14 having a USB-C port instead of the usual Lightning port seem to be just rumors, there are some interesting things you should really expect from this year's iPhone 14 lineup. First off, and as expected, we are getting the usual 4 variations of iPhone this year, but with a twist. This year we're getting the iPhone 14, 14 Pro, 14 Max, and 14 Pro Max. Yeah, this year we're not getting the iPhone mini because Apple has said the mini phones were unpopular with their customers. So next we have the design, and based on popular demand, the iPhone 14s are getting rid of the notch and replacing it with a peel and hole shape cutout. However, this is going to happen only for the Pro phones, so the iPhone 14 and 14 Max will still have the same notch as previous iPhones. I believe this is a marketing strategy because people who don't like the notch will not have to pay more to get the Pro phones. So yeah, nicely done Apple. Nicely done. This year's iPhones will come with the new A16 chip, and again this is limited to the Pro phones only, the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 14 and 14 Max will have the same chip as the iPhone 13 series, the A15 Bionic chip. This is just Apple giving everyone not much of an option but to pay more to get their Pro phones, because there really isn't a difference between the iPhone 13 and the 14 and 14 Max. There are rumors of the iPhone 14 lineup coming with 120Hz ProMotion displays, so yeah, maybe that counts since only the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max have ProMotion displays. The overall design of the iPhone will be similar with the previous iPhone, with subtle tweaks to the size and dimensions, and most noticeable would be the cameras being bigger on the newer iPhones. Unbox Therapy has made a full detailed video on this. If you're interested in details, I'll leave the link to that video in the description. So yeah, quick video. I didn't want to stress about anything because there are tons of videos on YouTube about this. There's not much happening with the iPhone 14 series, to be honest. Well, that's based off what we already know, which I believe is the reason anyone and everyone should skip the iPhone 14 and probably wait for the iPhone 15 in 2023. Here's my take. Except you have a couple $1,000s you have no use for, then you can go for the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. I see no reason why anyone should buy the iPhone 14 and 14 Max, especially if you already own an iPhone 13 or even an iPhone 12. However, if you have an older iPhone and you plan on getting the latest and greatest iPhone of 2022, then you can get any from the iPhone 14 lineup. My advice will still be and will always be to get the iPhone 14 Pro. But if you have never used an iPhone and you plan on getting one that doesn't really break the bank, then you should probably consider getting the iPhone 11 series instead. Click the video on your screen right now to know more, and I will see you in that video. Peace.